JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now on to the news.
In a farm district, Westmoreland. You understand? Every night, them wire here. See there, a big old accident happened just now. See? Me catch this up on the phone right now. Wire cause this. A big old accident, him and a swing from the fire. And a big old accident happen right now. The phone! Me catch this on the phone, JPS no need to see this. Every night they say, watch out. Every night the fire them catch a, the wire them catch a fire, you see it? How drive it, car?
Man shot during robbery along Burke Road in Spanish Town. The St. Catherine North Police are currently investigating a shooting that occurred on Wednesday night along Burke Road in Spanish Town, where a 26-year-old Kingston man was injured during a robbery. According to reports, the incident unfolded around 9 p.m. when a group of armed men robbed a business establishment in the area. During the course of the robbery, the assailants opened fire, striking the victim, who was in the vicinity of the establishment at the time. The police were called to the scene, and the injured man was transported to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he remains hospitalized in stable condition. Gun found in bin at Manchester bar. The Manchester police seized the gun, which was found in a garbage bin at a bar on Thursday morning in Pike District in the parish. The police said at about 1 a.m., a patrol team carried out a snap raid at the bar. During the raid, a 9mm single-action pistol was found in the bin. The serial number was erased from the pistol. No one is arrested in connection with the seizure. However, during the raid, the bar operator, who is also a bartender at the business establishment, was arrested and charged for breaches of the Spirit License Act and operating beyond opening hours. JDF soldier among 3 charged for illegal gun and ammunition. A member of the Jamaica Defense Force, JDF, is among 3 people charged following the seizure of an illegal gun and ammunition in St. Elizabeth. Those charged are JDF soldier Shevin Buchanan, otherwise called Soji, Shavoy Williams, also known as Bag Juice, a sound system operator of Stonehenge District in Cambridge, St. James, and Dwayne Goldburn, otherwise called Metro, a sound system selector of Middle Quarters, St. Elizabeth. The men are charged for possession of prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. It's reported that, about 1:45 on Sunday afternoon, the 3 were traveling in a blue Toyota Mark X motor car along the YS Main Road in St. Elizabeth when they were signaled to stop. The driver complied. During a search of the vehicle, 1.40 Smith & Wesson pistol with a magazine containing 10 cartridges was found in the center console. The 3 men were arrested and transported to the Black River Police Station, where they were subsequently charged. Body of man found following house fire in Westmoreland. The Westmoreland police are probing a case where a fire occurred at the home of a man whose body was found in a state of decomposition. He is 50-year-old laborer Orville Rowe of Old School Road in Negril. Reports are that about 12:40 a.m. on Thursday, the local fire department responded to a blaze at a house. The police were also called to the scene. During a search of the premises, the decomposing body of Rowe was found on a bed on the first floor of his house. The body was removed for storage and a post-mortem is to be conducted. Government launches multi-billion-dollar reverse income tax credit regime. The government has launched its $11.5 billion reverse income tax credit regime, which will offer one-off $20,000 payment to Jamaicans earning less than $3 million annually. This comes 7 months after outgoing Minister of Finance, Dr. Nigel Clark, announced the initiative in his budget debate presentation. Acknowledging that there are inequalities in terms of income distribution in the country, Dr. Clark said the government is taking steps to address the issue. Eligible persons may apply online via the Tax Administration Jamaica website. The deadline for applications is January 2, 2025. VAS instruct lawyers to take action over disparaging U.S. visa remarks. Government Minister Darrell Vaz says he has instructed his attorneys to take action against persons who have been making disparaging remarks regarding his United States visa. Vaz says he will not hold back in protecting his reputation. There has been renewed public discourse surrounding Vaz's visa after his ruling Jamaica Labour Party JLP bashed the opposition People's National Party PNP for selecting attorney Isaac Buchanan as one of its candidates for the upcoming general elections in light of Buchanan's previous criminal convictions. The JLP pointed out that Buchanan was convicted in Jamaica for possession of, dealing in, and taking steps to smuggle cocaine. He was also sentenced to approximately 10 years imprisonment in a United States prison for similar drug smuggling crimes. But the PNP has it back saying it believes that individuals can be rehabilitated and return to serve their communities. The party accused the JLP of hypocrisy, arguing that it has had among its ranks former ministers who faced imprisonment for corruption. It also noted the cloud that faced Vaz when it was issued with a U.S. visa that had an annotation. Vaz's U.S. visa was revoked in 2019. In 2021, the United States Embassy in Kingston reinstated Vaz's travel permit with a waiver annotation. Today, Vaz noted that former U.S. Ambassador to Jamaica, Donald Tapio, spoke extensively about the circumstances which led to the issue and clarified the matter in 2021, and that by 2022, the issue was rectified and clearance given. In an effort to highlight that he is in possession of a U.S. travel document that is annotation-free, Vaz has publicly shared a photograph of his U.S. visa information. Last month marked 2 years since the spurious allegations were found to be baseless and politically contrived, and have since then been reissued my 10-year visa with clearance, he said. Ambassador Tapia spoke publicly about the politically motivated witch hunt in 2021, which gave U.S. authorities reason to believe any such waiver was necessary. Both my diplomatic and the 10-year B1, B2 U.S. visas were issued in 2022 after all the necessary clearances would have been approved, he added. Vaz said claims regarding his U.S. visa are malicious and politically motivated. As stated, I hold no reservations in ensuring I protect my reputation, and having already filed lawsuits against senior members of the PNP, I have no issues in extending that to other members of their party. JDF Arms Store Supervisor says he didn't personally issue weapons used in shooting. A retired army warrant officer who supervised the arms store, from which artillery believed to have been used in Keith Clark's murder was dispensed, testified during the trial on Wednesday that he simply signed authorization notes. 3 Jamaica Defense Force, JDF soldiers, are charged with the 63-year-old accountant's May 27, 2010 murder. They are Lance Corporals Greg Tingling, Odell Buckley, and Private Arnold Henry. Tingling is represented by King's Counsel Valunita Robertson, while Buckley's attorneys Peter Champagny Casey and Henry's Islington Gordon. The Crown is represented by Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions Jeremy Taylor, Natoya Bernard Casey, and Dwayne Green. The trial is currently underway in the Home Circuit Court in Kingston. Following the unavailability of witnesses on Tuesday, the trial resumed on Wednesday. With 2 witnesses taking the stand. First was retired Sergeant Albert Myers, who told the court that he worked as a paramedic and arms store supervisor. For weapons to be issued, there must be instructions sent to the area where the arms are kept. From there, we'll get the instruction and issue the weapon, Myers told the prosecution. Taylor asked Myers if he recalled Monday, May 17, 2010. Do you recall that day? Did you do anything in particular on that day? He questioned the witness. Yes, I recall. Nothing in particular. Just my work as normal. Get the key for the arms store. Open the arms store. I will be the authorizing signature to sign off on those arms, Myers said. So weapons were issued on that day? Do you recall if you made a note as to who you issued weapons to on that date? Taylor asked. Myers insisted he does not hand over weapons, but as a staff complement to work with. I don't physically issue, Myers said. Can you recall who you supervised in the issuance of weapons on May 17, 2010? Did you make a record of it anywhere? Taylor quizzed. I wouldn't know that. There was always the record books. They would record, Myers said. The witness was asked if he could recognize it if it was shown a signature of who signed the weapons to be released. We have some objections in law, Champagny said. Jurors and the witness were asked to exit the courtroom by Justice Dale Palmer, the presiding judge. At the resumption, the prosecution focused on entry number 38, 42, and 44 and asked the retired army officer if he could read what was entered, which he did. Is there a policy as to how quickly weapons are to be returned? Taylor asked. Myers outlined that weapons are normally in use all day and that personnel cannot return them until they are finished using them. Myers said the list he signed did not have the return information on it. The witness was soon after cross-examined, beginning with Gordon, who focused on the list shown to Myers by the prosecution. I'm looking at the information. You looked at the document? Did you see any name and initial on the document? Gordon asked. No, sir, Myers responded. Gordon said. Did you see any regimental number on the document? No, sir, Myers said. Gordon asked. Would I be correct to say that a firearms registry, a book, must contain the name of the soldier or officer taking a weapon from the arms store? Yes, sir, Myers said. Gordon asserted that any soldier taking a weapon must give his full name and regiment number. Gordon asserted that any soldier taking a weapon must give his full name and the regiment number given to him or her when he or she joins the army. Gordon insisted that a list without the aforementioned data would not be a complete list at the registry. Yes, sir, Myers said in agreement. The witness was asked by Gordon if, on May 27, 2010, the day of Clark's killing, if he was in the arms store. Myers said he could not recall. Myers also said he could not identify who prepared the document shown to him by the prosecution. Champagne had 3 questions to Myers, the first of which was if he was correct in saying that, on the dates mentioned, he did not issue any weapon to anyone. Myers told the defense attorney he was correct. Champagne also sought to establish that the document shown to Myers by the prosecution, on which he saw his signature, was something that he essentially copied from another book. Myers again told the defense attorney that he was correct in his line of thinking. You cannot say what was in the book is 100% correct, Champagne asked. That is true, said Myers. You gave statement for which you signed for. Is that so? You gave that statement in 2011, Champagne said. Yes, sir. I can't remember, Myers said in his response. The evening session, which saw the second witness from the Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom taking the stand, did not go on for long, as the prosecution could not proceed because the document was not on hand. This raised the ire of the defense attorneys, with Nita Robertson expressing shock at what she considered the lack of preparation on the part of the Crown or witness. Clark, a 63-year-old accountant, was shot 21 times inside his master bedroom at his Kirkland Close, St. Andrew home during a police military operation to apprehend then fugitive drug lord Christopher Dudas Coke. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.